Hello and welcome to Techdive. I'm Steven and today we're going to do some fun. So this is my entertainment stand. This is a 1080p TV from like 2011. I got my consoles down here, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Wii U, Wii. Today I'm concerned about the overall aesthetic. I'm not very creative. I have like zero creative bones in my body. So to make up for that, I have this. This is, what, a 16-foot strand of RGB LEDs. It's $13 on Amazon. Really cheap price. It does come with everything I need. Little remote, IR receiver, power converter, all that stuff. I've decided I'm going to put this on the back of my TV. And you're going to say, why the back of your TV? Why not a computer desk? I don't know. Let's do this. Alright, here we are at the back of my TV. It is dusty and dirty, and you don't want to stick anything to a dusty, greasy, or dirty surface because it's not going to stick for very long. Especially something like these LEDs. While they are LEDs, so they're efficient, they still will get quite hot, and you do not want glue to get warm when it's not that sticky, because then it'll become unstuck and you'll have crappy LEDs making everything look worse. So right here is the starting point, and we're just gonna do our best to not screw it up. So you can see where I'm starting. I'm gonna have to make some weird bends to have it go up the side, but I think it'll work. Now, I recommend, if I can make this look right, as you stick it on, you press as hard as you can for at least maybe 5 to 10 seconds every couple inches or so. Pro tip, only peel as much as you're currently sticking on, because if you have a whole bunch of sticky tape like RGBs everywhere, you're gonna have a problem. If this sticks to itself, you're pretty screwed. Just gonna say that right now. And look at that, boys. It is a nice clean line, not really perfectly straight, but that's okay. It goes right at the TV. It's very secure, stuck. Let's keep moving. We're gonna bend. Go across the top, probably above this grill, because this TV is old and gets very hot. So I think if I put it right above it, it won't block any airflow. Some days you really appreciate having a tripod, because I went with that one for a long time. That's good. Fell down. That's great. Emergency averted, boys. We're good. Hopefully you can see the camera should adjust. I have reached the end of the line of my LEDs, right? So what you want to do, you want to find the nearest, it looks like this, right? So these 4 copper contacts, this is where you want to cut with scissors. You don't want to cut anywhere else, because then you're going to cause some problems. So go to the nearest one, which is actually over here. I'm going to cut that real quick. And over time, this will probably become unstuck, because it is a very cheap, like literally the cheapest set that I could buy that had everything included. Cheaper than this, you get just a strand, or just the power supply, or just the remote. So, alright, and this does not have Wi-Fi capabilities. It uses a little IR remote. 12 volt, I think it's like a 1 amp. 0.8, no, it's a 2 amp. 12 volt, 2 amp power supply with a little RGB control box with, this is the receiver for the IR, so you want this to face the room if you can, and this plugs into the RGBs. Yeah, so let's hook this up. Roll of double-sided tape. This stuff is amazing. So we're behind the TV. Here's my little controller that I use the 2-sided tape to stick to the TV. There's the wire going into it. Out comes the RGB wire. Here's the infrared wire, and there we go. Let's see if it works. It's a giant unhandy remote, by the way. Look at this thing. It's got way too many buttons. Like, I get it, but also too many buttons. Come on. That is not that bad. That looks way better than I thought. Holy crap. So we got the remote here. You can't really see. There we go. Red. That's actually like an orange. Let's see here. It's full red. That's pretty cool. So you can kind of turn it dim if you want. You can turn it up. That was cool. It's really cool. It's like a party in here. Doesn't really go to red though. There we go. Dang. So, is it worth it to spend $13 on some RGB LEDs on Amazon? yeah, I have no problem recommending this. This is actually pretty dang sweet. I mean, 13 bucks. You can really add some cool aesthetic, especially if you have your room dark. When I'm not filming, I keep my room pretty dark, and that's a pretty cool aesthetic. I mean, so still about half of the roll left over, which you say, oh, well, that's a waste. I mean, true, but on Amazon, there's like all kinds of accessories where you could actually like extend that one. So if I wanted to, I could have the wires go down and maybe light up where the consoles are. That'd be kind of cool to highlight, you know, the green N64 and the PlayStation 2 and all that stuff. I think that'd be a really neat thing to do. Really, it's just a matter of extending these little wires out. It's really simple. It's almost universal, where they just plug in on the end. Just make sure that if you buy a 12 volt RGB, you use 12 volt wires, and buy more 12 volt RGB to hook up to it. Because you can't hook up 5 volt to 12 volt. It just won't work. So, anyways, I'm Steven. I know this is probably not the video you expected or wanted after a month of time off from Techdive. I apologize for that. I've just been stupidly busy and not really feeling that inspired. It's pretty much Techdive's all about reviews, right? I mean, heck, our Twitter handle is @TechDiveReview. Go follow us on there. But, you know, we don't have that much tech to review right now. I might have some stuff coming up very soon. But I'm going to try and make some more videos like this, where, you know, just, hey, 13 bucks, you can have some pretty sweet RGBs pretty much anywhere, as long as you have a power connector. I mean, you have RGBs. You know, RGB your whole house if you wanted to with these. Dirt cheap. The link's in the description below. Can't recommend these enough. I don't see the reason to buy more expensive. The only more expensive RGBs I would recommend would be to get Wi-Fi enabled ones, so that way you can use your phone and your Wi-Fi network to control them, rather than relying on this crappy remote. Especially if you get multiple strands, you do not want to have 3 or 4 of these remotes sitting around and you're just like pressing buttons trying to get them all work. That's just dumb. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. Please tune in next time. I will be doing a little bit of a network upgrade. I've actually already done it. I filmed it. I just need to actually edit it and get it out. That'll probably be coming at you within next week. We'll see how I'm feeling on it. It's hard to make networking stuff really entertaining because it's really kind of boring. So we'll see about that. I mean, if anything, it'll give you some tips on how to like improve your own home network, or maybe think about things in a different way. That's how I kind of try to approach these tech review channels and ideas. So anyways, I've been ranting for way too long. I'll see y'all next time.